Mercy isn't weak. She never was. She is gonna feel weak when you play her like a healer. And if you do that, she always is gonna feel frustrating and useless, no matter how good you think you are. That's the biggest mistake most Mercy players make, and it's the real reason why Mercy feels bad for so many people. Mercy isn't a healer, she is a support, and her real power has almost nothing to do with raw healing. It's damage boost. Of course, most players know damage boost exists, but they don't actually understand when it creates value, so they panic heal instead. And once you fall into that habit, Mercy stops feeling impactful and starts feeling like you're just trying to keep everyone alive while nothing ever dies. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. Healing reacts to damage, damage boost prevents future damage because dead enemies deal 0 damage. Mercy's job isn't to keep everyone alive forever. Her job is to help her team win fights faster, and once that clicks, damage boost stops feeling scary and starts feeling powerful. You have 2 beams. Yellow heals, blue increases damage by 30%. And it's simple as that sounds. This is one of the most misunderstood abilities in the entire game. Even high-ranked Mercies get this one wrong. So if you're new, don't worry. And if you're experienced, there's a good chance you're still healing too much. As a general rule, your damage boost uptime should be at least 60%. That's the bare minimum. So if you're below that, you're probably defaulting to yellow beam when you don't need to. If nobody is critical, your beam should be blue. And critical means actually critical, and not someone missing a tiny bit of health and you panic. Most of the time you should only start healing when the critical icon appears. And even then, you don't always need to fully heal them. You have a second support who also needs ult charge, don't forget that. DPS regenerate health naturally as well, and overhealing steals value from your team. That doesn't mean you never fully heal people. It means healing during fights should be intentional instead of automatic. There are good moments to fully heal your teammates, which are before fights, after fights, when someone is reloading, when someone is about to peek, or when you need healing yourself, because Mercy heals herself for 25% of the healing she does, which is huge and can literally save a game. Those moments are calm. During active fights, damage boost almost always creates more value. This is where most Mercy players either level up or stay stuck forever. You don't just damage boost players, you damage boost abilities. Always watch out for high impact cooldowns. For example, Ash Dynamite, Sojourn Railgun, Disruptor Shot, or Echo Sticky Bombs. These abilities already do a ton of damage, and with 30% boost, they can delete people, force cooldowns, or instantly swing a fight. Even if you're healing during combat, you can always flick blue beam between shots. So basically like a rhythm, which is heal boost, heal boost, heal boost, heal boost, heal boost. I think you get what I mean. Those half seconds you flick add up way more than you think. And here's some free value that almost nobody uses. When you're walking back from spawn, always blue beam the teammate you spawn with. Their very first shot is already boosted, and that's just free value created. And if you're alone as Mercy, pull out your Barbie blaster. You're allowed to defend yourself. Mercy is peaceful, not helpless. Now, let's talk about who you should actually be damage boosting. This isn't about favoritism, it's about impact. You should not hard pocket the e-boy DPS that is 3 to 8 all game, just because they asked for it. Look at the scoreboard, see who's actually creating pressure. Sometimes you switch pockets mid-fight, sometimes you flick your beam between multiple players. That's fully normal. In lower ranks, boosting your other support can actually work if they're doing real damage, for example DPS Moira or a good Kiriko. But for most players, DPS should be your main boost target until your game sense improves at least. High damage DPS are your best pockets because they deal damage quickly. They have strong cooldowns and build ult fast. Pocketing them leads to faster kills, faster ultimates, and more control over the fight. Some heroes depend more on the player than the hero itself. Torbjorn can't have his turret boosted, but a good top player does not rely on his turrets to damage alone. Hanzo can be tricky, because he often plays far back, but if your Hanzo is playing closer and actually hits his shots, he is absolutely worth boosting. Other heroes are more situational. Widowmaker usually plays far away, gets flanked easily, or is very inconsistent, unless the player is very good. Junkrat already does massive damage without help and usually doesn't need a pocket. And let's be honest, Junkrat players are always a little bit special. Some heroes are hard to hard pocket because of fast movement or defensive abilities that break your beam. You don't follow them around all game, but flick your damage boost when they're mid-fight, even for half a second. That can already decide a duel. And then there are heroes you should never hard pocket, or even pocket in general. Like Sombra and Reaper, they rely on surprise and a Mercy following them completely ruins that. But once the fight actually begins, you should boost them. Especially Reaper, because damage boost helps him farm his ultimate insanely fast. Finally, not all ultimates benefit from damage boost, and this is something a lot of Mercy players misunderstand. You can't damage boost a D.Va bomb, but boosting her when she loses her mech helps her remech faster. You can't boost Torbjorn's lava, but his direct hits with the lava are boosted. With Sigma, you can boost the lift and the Roxy throws meanwhile, but not the slam. And with Ashe, this one is very important, so listen carefully. You actually have to beam Bob himself, not Ashe. Yes, the Clanker, the robot, he needs the blue beam. Otherwise you're just gonna damage boost Ashe instead. Which is fine, but just telling you, you know. Yes, this is a lot of information, but if it feels like a lot right now, don't stress. This is a habit you build over time. Healing keeps fights alive. Damage boost wins fights. Mercy is strongest when she is played with intention instead of panic. And if this helped you, like and subscribe, because Mercy Academy is only getting started. Now tell me in the comments what hero you never knew went to damage boost. I wish you all happy holidays or happy day whenever you're seeing this, and a nice day. Goodbye my Valkyries.